Now on 4 News Now at 6, parades, fireworks, and a nation celebrates its 247th birthday. From Spokane to Coeur d'Alene, how people are celebrating.
If you're heading out to the fireworks, enjoy the show. I'll let you know if you need to grab a sweater on your way out in your fireworks forecast.
Why a change to Twitter has local emergency response crews worried, and the way you're alerted to fires could be restricted. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Well, crowds are celebrating the 4th of July, hanging out at the carnival in Riverfront Park, watching the parade in Coeur d'Alene, and getting excited for spectacular fireworks shows tonight all across the Inland Northwest. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Aaron Luna. It's a day for the red, white, and blue with what to expect tonight. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker has your fireworks forecast.
Well, it is going to be fantastic weather for fireworks. Nice and warm, but not too hot if you're heading down early before sunset. 81 degrees at 7 o'clock. We'll be in the lower 70s right around 9 and then dropping into the 60s by 11. Breezy conditions possible in parts of North Idaho if you're watching fireworks in the Sandpoint area or Bonners Ferry. But here in Spokane, northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour, a relatively calm night. Here's a look at our current temperatures around the region. We are in the 80s in Spokane, in Coeur d'Alene, 84 at Spirit Lake. It's 83 right now in Deer Park, right around the Spokane area. Then we zoom out, you'll notice 75 up around Bonners Ferry, one of the few spots that's cooled into the 70s. That is thanks to a passing shower that's producing those gusty outflow boundary winds and may still be impacting parts of Priest Lake, Bonners Ferry through the evening. Our air quality, despite the haze on the horizon, we are in the good range and should stay in the good range this evening. May dip into that moderate range as we get into tomorrow morning. I'll be back with your Wednesday forecast and talk more about that Canadian wildfire smoke in just a few minutes, Aaron.
Chris, thank you. Tonight's fireworks may be the main event this Independence Day, but people have been celebrating all day at Riverfront Park.
People have been traveling too from all over to get to Spokane for the 4th. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez joins us live from Riverfront Park tonight for a closer look at all the excitement.
Kirsten, Aaron, it is so much fun here at Riverfront Park right now. You can see I'm here at the carnival where kids behind me are starting to get on rides and just have fun and enjoy the day with their families. Now, earlier today, I got the chance to speak with some carnival goers who told me exactly what this 4th of July holiday means to them. This Independence Day, Riverfront Park is covered in red, white, and blue. Idaho Central Credit Union's carnival fills the park with the smell of popcorn and the sound of thrill seekers on rides. The carnival kicked off on Friday and has had a steady stream of crowds since.
It's a perfect time to go out and spend time with your family. I just love the 4th of July. It's my favorite time of the year.
As Spokane locals enjoy the carnival, they aren't forgetting the important history behind these celebrations, especially 12-year-old Hayden Wyatt.
Celebration from our freedom from the British when they took over us and we won the American Revolution. That's what I think.
Terry and Brenda Dunn drove from Othello to enjoy the 4th of July in Spokane. For a military family like the Dunns, the holiday is extra special.
Our daughter's in the Air Force. We had a daughter in the Navy, son-in-law in the Air Force. So the military is a big deal to us. So Independence Day is one that we really do like to celebrate.
Riverfront Park's festivities aren't stopping anytime soon. Vendors and rides will be open all day. Tonight at 9, the pavilion will be filled with the sounds of the Spokane Symphony. The show is free to attend and seats are first come, first served. For the grand finale, Riverfront Park's fireworks show will begin at 10 p.m.
I wish America a happy birthday.
There is still so much to look forward to, and for information on any of those events, you can go to our website, KXLI.com. Reporting from Riverfront Park, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thank you so much. And our 4th of July coverage continues. Of course, there's a bit of a countdown going on here in the newsroom.
Yes.
We are less than 4 hours away from the fireworks show tonight at Riverfront Park.
4 News Now's Peter Choi is live at the park tonight. Peter, are people setting up? Are they finding seats, reserving? Oh, looks like, well, Peter has found something of his own to celebrate there.
Hey guys, what's going on? Happy 4th of July. Hey, so I think there's no better place than Spokane to celebrate the 4th of July. I'm at the Riverfront Park where hundreds of families and friends are finding their seats for tonight's show. And take a walk with me here. So we got summer carnival, we got balloons, kids, we got some candy, food vendors, and of course, you can't celebrate 4th of July without amazing beer. So again, the fireworks show starts at 10 p.m., so come enjoy, and I will see you out there. Happy birthday, America. Back to you guys.
I was waiting for it. Peter, I want one of those headbands. Bring one back for me, and Kirsten too.
That is the cutest live shot. Oh,
See, he does that already. Now he just has something on his head that... Well, if you can't make it to downtown Spokane for the view, you can watch the fireworks show in Riverfront Park online. We're going to stream it on KXLY.com and on the KXLY Plus app. You can download it now in your phone's app store. A man is spending his 4th of July behind bars after a morning-long standoff with the SWAT team in North Spokane. Police were called to a neighborhood on East Broad and North Morton around 9 this morning. The neighbors told 4 News Now there was some kind of dispute in a front yard. SWAT was called in after one man holed up inside a house. He was pacing back and forth behind a front window for hours. Eventually, police used specialized equipment to rip the front door off, and the man was arrested.
Around the Northwest in Southwest Washington, the Tunnel 5 fire has already destroyed 10 homes and is threatening hundreds of others in the Columbia River Gorge. Patrick McConnell and his wife retired to the gorge 7 years ago, and they were out of town Sunday afternoon when they got the call that this fire was getting dangerously close to their home. So during a remodel, they stored a water tank under the house that was connected to a sprinkler system. And on Sunday, fire crews say that is what saved their home.
We did the remodel. Let's do this. And I didn't ever want to use it. Tested it every spring. Drained it out every fall. Never wanted to use it, but he pulled the trigger and it worked.
Several agencies in the Southwest continue to battle this 530-acre fire. And tonight, wildfires and the threat of wildfires are a major concern.
Many of you have called the newsroom to find out information on fires burning throughout our area. The Consales Creek fire is about 50 acres burning in Pend Oreille County. A 20-man crew is already working on it. 2 more 20-man crews arrived today. The B-Top fire is about 25 acres. It's burning about 5 miles up Lightning Creek outside of Clark Fork. Smoke jumpers are fighting that. There's been several small fires in the Coeur d'Alene National Forest, the largest less than 50 acres near Liburg Saddle. Crews expect to have a fire line around that fire by this evening.
And the social media platform Twitter is one of the quickest ways for fire departments and other emergency services to alert you about these fires. But changes with Twitter in the last couple of days means that those tweets are not being seen when it really matters. Saturday, Twitter CEO Elon Musk tweeted that due to extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation, Twitter was imposing limits on how many tweets users could see.
Bronte Sorotsky spoke with the Spokane Fire Chief about how crucial the social media site is for the fire department and where else you can go to find important information on emergency updates.
Twitter is changing the way that viewers can see tweets, which local fire officials say is concerning due to a potential spike in activity with the 4th of July and fire season. Summer is peak wildfire season in Washington, and the Spokane Fire Department is already seeing an increase in calls for help. It's gone up from averaging 130 calls a day to 150.
So those incidents can range from the single engine response on an emergency medical call all the way up to a 20-unit response for a wildland fire.
Schaefer says with how critical some of these incidents can be, it's crucial to have tools like Twitter and other platforms to stay up to date on local wildfires.
And those wildland fires are so much complex when we add air and ground resources and the need to get information to the community.
But getting that important information to the community could be harder after Twitter announced Saturday it would limit how many tweets users could see.
Any kind of throttling back that is done on the platform can have a pretty significant impact to our ability to be successful.
Schaefer says apps like PulsePoint could be a great alternative based on what he calls an uncertainty of Twitter as a communication tool.
Plus, it alerts you as well if you'd like that alert. So it is a great tool. It allows you to hear us, so you can hear our radio traffic and see the locations of emergencies and just what the true activity is.
With wildfires already popping up around the inland Northwest, mixed with the possibility for more calls on the 4th of July, Schaefer says this couldn't have come at a worse time and recommends continuing to use Twitter in addition to Pulse Point to stay up to date with the latest emergencies in the area. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
The Cooney County Fire Department is ready for any fires that could spark this 4th of July. See their patrols in action as our Vanessa Perez rides with them. That's coming up tonight at 6:30. Also to come on 4 News Now, thousands of Coeur d'Alene community members lined the streets of downtown as hundreds of floats drove, danced, and celebrated Independence Day.
Plus, the Spokane Indians are hoping to have some fireworks on and off the field tonight. The latest from Avista Stadium coming up next in sports.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Saving you green.
Wind damage? Burks can handle that. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burks Restoration takes care of fire, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burks Restoration.
At BECU, our credit union members know that sometimes freedom is about the little things. Like free checking, free from monthly maintenance fees, and no minimum balance requirement. Or the freedom to access your money when you need it, where you need it, with over 30,000 surcharge-free co-op network ATMs nationwide. Or simply the freedom members feel, never worrying they'll be nickeled and dimed for their own money. So join BECU. All Washington residents are eligible. BECU, power in people.
Don't miss the $50,000 Sunday hot seats at Northern Quest. That's Sunday with an E on the end and a cherry on top. It's a play on words. July, Sunday, hot seats, you get the idea. And it's happening noon to 4 p.m. every Sunday with a Y in July. Don't overthink it. Just swipe your Camus card and be playing your favorite machine when your name is called. The $50,000 Sunday with an E hot seats every Sunday with a Y in July. Only at Northern Quest.
Friday night, July 7th, KXLY 4 News Now invites you to another fabulous Friday night fireworks show at Avista Stadium. It's all courtesy of Froyo Earth. And don't forget to purchase your glow necklaces in the Spokane Indians team store. Your Spokane Indians play the Seattle Mariners affiliate, the Everett Aqua Sox. For tickets, go to SpokaneIndians.com. Friday, July 7th, another fabulous fireworks show at Avista Stadium presented by Froyo Earth and KXLY 4 News Now.
Are you or someone you know blind or legally blind? Want to socialize in a completely safe environment? Introducing Day Out for the Blind Spokane, a nonprofit organization run entirely by volunteers and its blind members. Join Day Out for the Blind today and become a part of a community that offers free activities and occasional outings. All services are free to members. Don't wait, join us now. Visit us on Friday or call to learn more. Day Out for the Blind Spokane.
Wind damage? Burks can handle that. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burks Restoration takes care of fire, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burks Restoration.
Well, just like turkey is perfect for Thanksgiving, baseball is perfect for the 4th of July. Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minnesome. The Spokane Indians host the Everett Aqua Sox for tonight's Independence Day game. Alex Crescenti, he's live at Avista Stadium. And Alex, just to make things clear, you haven't eaten all the hot dogs yet, right? There's still some for the rest of us out there.
Now, I'll tell you what, Julian, I was going to eat all the hot dogs, but then Joey Chestnut was feeling a little hungry. He showed up, ate about a dozen more or so they're all gone here at the stadium. But, you know, about an hour from first pitch between the Spokane Indians and Everett Aqua Sox. Like you said, 4th of July, what is better, more American than this? A little bit of baseball for the evening, followed up by some fireworks. And, yeah, we got to thinking, you know, it's the 4th of July, baseball, what else is American? Hot dogs as well, like you were saying. But even though we do the rational thing of like, oh, I could do what they do when it comes to professional sports, even these guys out on the field knew that they were not going to be able to hang with Joey Chestnut when it came to eating hot dogs.
I would consider myself a choking hazard, so I'd probably, I don't know, I'll put it at double digits, 10.
In 10 minutes?
I'd probably get 15, 20.
15 or 20? 20's a little,
No, I would say realistically maybe 10.
10?
I probably got 10, one a minute, maybe.
So I could get somewhere between 7 and 10 hot dogs. If I was really, really trying and I wanted to be in pain, 10 to 12.
10, 12.
But that would not be a fun day.
Now, those players were telling me those numbers were for when they're sober. Obviously, when you have a little liquid courage and, you know, you're a little hungry, that number's going to change and increase just a little bit. But like I said, we're going to have a fun evening here at Avista Stadium. This is officially a sellout. It's standing room only to this point. So if you're thinking about coming down to the game, might want to hurry up. First pitch just after 7 this evening. And like I said, fireworks after, so plenty of places where you can go and catch that in this area. For now, reporting live at Avista Stadium, I'm Alex Crescenti. Julian, send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Now, the Seattle Mariners got some good news on this 4th of July. Mariners outfielder Julio Rodriguez and starting pitcher George Kirby were added to the American League All-Star team as injury replacements. Rodriguez will replace Houston's Yordan Alvarez. Kirby will replace Tampa Bay Rays pitcher Shane McClanahan. Now, with Rodriguez and Kirby joining their American League teammate Luis Castillo, Seattle's 3 All-Stars are the most since 2018. Now, Mariners in San Francisco taking on the Giants on this Independence Day. In the 3rd inning, Mike Ford, he's built Ford tough. Ford with a towering home run to make it 3-0 Seattle. Ford had 4 hits in this game alone. Now, a few innings later, there's the All-Star Julio Rodriguez coming up clutch with runners on base. Well, Seattle, they win this game rather easily. 6-0 is the final. Seattle will try to sweep the Giants with a win tomorrow. First pitch is at 6:05. And you can't have the 4th of July without, like Alex said, a hot dog, or maybe 62 hot dogs. That's how many hot dogs Joey Chestnut downed in this year's hot dog eating contest at Coney Island. Chestnut's 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes was short of his record of 76 he ate just 2 years ago. Now, the event was delayed due to weather, but that didn't stop Chestnut from eating his way to a 16th mustard belt title. Now, on the women's side, Miki Sudo won her 9th championship, scarfing down 39.5 hot dogs in about 10 minutes. A lot of Pepto-Bismol for those two after that one. That'll wrap us up for sports.
Oh my goodness, 62 hot dogs. Why would weather impact a hot dog eating contest? That's my question. Well, weather is not going to impact your Wednesday forecast. A beautiful day, but it is going to be warm. A high of 88, 8 degrees above our average high of 80. Still that haze on the horizon, but our air quality remains in pretty good shape. I'll be back with even warmer weather in your 7-day forecast.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
I'm Jonah, and I'd like to welcome you to the brand new Coeur d'Alene Nissan. You'll find the grand dealership lobby open, comfortable, and relaxing. A service center with state-of-the-art equipment committed to getting you quickly and safely back on the road. There's much more to experience. I'm inviting you to stop in and see us. We're just off Highway 95 in Coeur d'Alene.
Hi, I'm Gabby Lemieux, inviting you to join me for the Epson Tour, Road to the LPGA at the beautiful Circling Raven Golf Club. The tour's mission is to prepare the world's best female professional golfers for a successful career in the LPGA.
Circling Raven Golf Club has once again been chosen to host this women's professional golf tournament August 21st through the 27th. More than 150 pros from over 30 countries will compete for shares of the $200,000 purse.
The Epson Tour, Road to the LPGA, brought to you by Circling Raven Golf Club and 4 News Now. I'll see you right here.
So, how's the menopause going?
Unexpected rage, hot flashes, exhaustion. Big fan.
Here's to being tired all day
and up at night.
Said no woman ever. Estroven relieves major menopause symptoms.
Alabama, Roll On North America Tour, presented by Kenworth. July 6th, Spokane Arena. With very special guest, the Marshall Tucker Band. Alabama, live. All your favorite songs from the greatest country band of all time. On sale now at ticketswest.com. Produced by Outback Presents.
Rampant drug use outlawed in Spokane. But more than 100 arrests later, has anything changed? 4 News Now goes back on patrol with Spokane police. Will the new law ever make a difference? What our cameras caught in just a few short hours. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. Wildfires can strike at any time. 4 News Now Fire Watch coverage keeps you safe on TV and on the go to protect your family.
Tracking the largest local wildfire.
Stay safe all fire season long on 4 News Now.
Our high temperature today, 85 degrees. 80 is our average high. 99 is our record back in 1906. We only have 3 days in the month of July where the record for Spokane is out of the triple digits. Today is one of them. We weren't even close today. Also want to show you our lows. We've had some cool mornings lately, which has been nice. That is the thing about our very dry air. It cools down very efficiently with clear skies, light winds. Radiational cooling works well. And we are going to be cooling down tonight. Right about average, 55 degrees. Have a few high clouds drifting through, haze as well. Northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Despite the cool start, we're heading up to a high of 88 degrees with hazy sunshine. Now, if that wildfire smoke gets a little bit more intense, that can take a toll on our daytime highs. It can make as much of a difference as 5, even 10 degrees on those really, really smoky days. But that will filter some of the sun's ability to heat our atmosphere and might keep us just a degree or 2 cooler tomorrow. But I do not anticipate that smoke is going to impact our air quality beyond perhaps the moderate range. Forecast radar starting off at 8 o'clock this evening. Now, we've had some isolated showers developing up along the Canadian border this evening, but those have been tapering off, and right now it looks like that is not going to be an issue. We will be mostly clear for the evening and then start to see a few high clouds drifting through overnight before we clear out tomorrow morning for a sunny, warm day. High temperature of 88. This white line right here is average, which stays in the lower 80s through the 7-day forecast. We are going to be above average through the 7-day forecast, but not too out of control. No triple-digit heat. Looks like our warmest day will be 92, actually on 2 different days, tomorrow and then again on Sunday. That will be our warmest day of the season so far. Although our temperatures have been fairly consistently above average, they have not been extreme in terms of the heat, which is welcome. But one thing we are also not seeing much of in our forecast is any sign of precipitation. Our overnight lows tonight will be down in the 40s and 50s. Lots of 40s on the map. 55 in Spokane, 53 in Coeur d'Alene. Grand Coulee, Wenatchee, a couple of the exceptions staying in the 60s. High temperatures tomorrow in the 80s and 90s, between 5 and 10 degrees above average throughout the region. In your planning forecast, that hazy sunshine impacting us through Thursday. And then we're going to see a change in our weather pattern. This haze is coming in on a northerly flow. Things become more westerly, and that will help to disperse that wildfire smoke. We'll clear out a bit, but stay plenty warm in the 90s right on through the weekend. Overnight lows in the 60s after tonight. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. And as the weather warms up, sunscreen isn't all you need for sun protection. It's important to protect your eyes, too. Radiation from the sun can cause cloudy vision over time, called cataracts. And chlorine in swimming pools can weaken the eye's protective barriers, increasing the risk of infections and irritation. So sunglasses with 100% UV light protection and, of course, swimming goggles are your best bet to protect your eyes. Healthy habits like staying hydrated, eating leafy greens, and foods that contain vitamin C and omega-3 fatty acids also add up and benefit your eyes.
The FDA has approved a blood test that will help identify signs of preeclampsia in pregnant women. Preeclampsia causes high blood pressure, and if it is not treated, it can lead to eclampsia, which causes seizures and sometimes death. The blood test can determine if a woman who is already experiencing symptoms will develop a severe form of the disease. The test has been available in Europe for years and can tell with up to 96% accuracy who won't develop preeclampsia.
A new report shows people in 12 states in the South and the Midwest are more likely to smoke more than people in the rest of the U.S. The report found that not only do those states have more smokers, but they smoke in greater amounts. An average smoker in those states goes through about 53 packs a year, compared with an average of 29 packs in the rest of the U.S. An anti-tobacco nonprofit says much of the disparity can be attributed to weaker local policy on tobacco prevention and quitting. Well, as crowds gather for July 4th events across the country, law enforcement agencies are on alert after a string of gun violence in the last few days. This is 4 News Now at 5.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Hi, I'm Ron.
And I'm Shelley.
At Rosenberger Construction, we build some of the most beautiful custom homes in North Idaho.
Like our spectacular spec home, now for sale at the club at Rock Creek, Coeur d'Alene's newest private golf course filled with stunning natural beauty. Our custom homes are furnished and designed with you in mind.
For our clients looking for that unique, one-of-a-kind piece of furniture, we always recommend Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake.
From great rooms to dining rooms to master suites, Consign Furniture is sure to turn any house into a home.
What's in a name? A question that has never had more relevance. First American Title has been rebranded to Flying S Title and Escrow. Since 1905, we've been helping people protect their property rights. When the time comes to choose a title insurance and escrow company, the choice is clear: Flying S Title and Escrow. Idaho's longest operating, family-owned title and escrow company is now Flying S Title and Escrow. We're not new, but our name is.
You heard what the doctor said, right, Dad? These pain meds, they're no joke. And this, it's an opioid. They can be very addictive.
But I need my strong pain medicine.
I know, Dad, I understand. Just make sure you only take what the pharmacist said. And keep it in this locking bag from the pharmacy so it's away from the kids.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll put this in the locking bag.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Protect the people you love from opioid misuse. Lock up your medication.
Where are the most beautiful main streets in America? This week, GMA's popping up live on main streets across the country, filled with the best shops and local charm. And just wait until you see the surprises we have. So, will we be near you this week on Good Morning America?
Welcome to Generation Gap.
Thursday.
What is Secretariat?
A secretary? That's a woman? Kelly Ripa hosts the comedy game show where nobody acts their age. Juniors and seniors work together to flex their pop culture knowledge for big prizes and bigger fun.
Who is this Mr.?
Mr. Rockstar?
Mr. T is going to be very upset with all of us.
Meet Generation Gap, Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Dogs have
goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
Sundays beginning at 8 over the air on KXLY 4.2.
4 News Now is brought to you by Rebath Spokane.
This evening, as crowds gather for July 4th events across the country, law enforcement agencies are on alert after a string of gun violence in the last few days.
Overnight shootings at 2 separate July 4th celebrations in Philadelphia and Fort Worth, Texas left at least 20 people hurt and at least 8 people dead. ABC's Faith Abube has the latest.
Tonight, police in Fort Worth, Texas, asking for the public's help as they investigate a mass shooting that left at least 3 people dead and 8 others injured. The shooting happening shortly after Como Fest, the annual July 4th celebration where a large crowd had gathered Monday night. Officials say early signs suggest the incident was a result of a fight between 2 rival groups. The scene so chaotic, police say it was a challenge getting to the victims.
Still, fireworks were being shot off. Lots of people just trying to flee the area from the multiple gunshots.
Investigators say they found 11 of the shooting victims in a parking lot, one of them a juvenile. Just hours earlier, a similar scene playing out in Philadelphia.
Multiple shots fired.
Police say a gunman carrying a police radio, wearing a bulletproof vest and a mask, fired into a crowd at a July 4th gathering, killing at least 5 people. 2 of the survivors were 2-year-old boys. One of them shot 4 times in the leg, the other injured from broken glass.
Such an act of violence is abhorrent and goes against everything we stand for in this community.
As the responding officers were helping the victims into patrol cars, investigators say they heard more gunfire, ran towards the suspect, suspect and arrested him. They say they recovered an AR-15 style rifle and a handgun and 50 spent shell casings at the crime scenes.
I know that when it comes around holidays where you light up fireworks, some people take this as an opportunity to do shootings.
And as of this morning, the Gun Violence Archive shows close to 350 mass shootings this year, where there were at least 4 victims. President Biden tonight calling the shootings tragic and senseless. He's once again calling on Congress to act. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Just days after the Supreme Court ended affirmative action, civil rights groups are challenging what's been called affirmative action for the rich, or legacy admissions at Harvard University.
Legacy is the practice of children of alumni and big donors getting preference in college admissions. In a complaint filed with the Department of Education yesterday, a legal activist group claims Harvard's legacy system violates the Civil Rights Act by discriminating against Black, Hispanic, and Asian applicants in favor of less qualified white candidates who are better connected to alumni and donors.
The Civil Rights Act of 1964 has a provision known as Title VI that says if you receive federal funds, you can't discriminate on the basis of race.
The complaint asks the Department of Education to declare legacy admissions illegal and force Harvard to end them, as long as the university receives federal funding. Although last week's Supreme Court decision on affirmative action was seen as a win for conservatives, there appears to be bipartisan support for ending legacy admissions. Though experts say the complaint could take years to investigate. Harvard is not commenting.
If you are paying $1,000 a month or more for your car, you're in good company. Edmunds now says nearly 1 in 5 Americans are managing a monthly car payment topping $1,000. The average car payment now sits at $733, the highest on record. High car prices and rising interest rates combining to boost prices.
Factories around the country are slowing down. A new survey from the Institute for Supply Management shows manufacturing activity fell last month to levels not seen since the beginning of the pandemic, leading to layoffs. And the pandemic triggered a lot of job losses, career switches, and more people getting creative to get their bills paid. If that applies to you, I want to hear from you. Did you lose your job when COVID hit, or are you still looking for work in 2023? Maybe you made a career change. Email me directly at koconnor@kxly.com.
Coming up, see how thousands of people honored America's birthday in Coeur d'Alene today. After the break on 4 News Now.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Summer is heating up, and that means now is the perfect time to stop into Mainstream for your new air conditioning unit. When you do, we'll even throw in a free furnace to help keep you comfortable year-round. It's all part of our summer special. Call or visit Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today to find out more.
Welcome to Generation Gap.
Thursday, Kelly Ripa hosts the comedy game show where juniors and seniors flex their pop culture knowledge.
Name this legend.
Katy Perry.
New Generation Gap, Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
They were at home near Sandpoint when George's wife Sue found him unresponsive and started CPR. Within minutes, he was airlifted to Kootenai Health because George was having a STEMI, the most serious type of heart attack. Fortunately, Kootenai Health is a level 1 STEMI center with state-of-the-art cardiac care. So, just 90 minutes after his heart attack, George woke up with a healed heart and a very happy wife.
From the very beginning, we've been taught safety is very important. It's an act of love. When we're on the road, every action we take gets everyone to a safer place. Each of us can make a difference. Slow down. Ride sober. Get endorsed. Get training. Alone we are strong. Together we are stronger. And together we get there.
Stream 4 News Now free on your connected TV with KXLY Plus. I'm Aaron Luna. With KXLY Plus, you can stream live newscasts, get special reports, and exclusive content on demand and on your schedule. Short on time? Grab the morning sprint for a quick look at the headlines with Robin Nance and Derek Dice. Look for KXLY Plus on your streaming device or go to KXLY.com for instructions. Local news and weather for free. Check out KXLY Plus and start streaming today.
Wildfires can strike at any time. 4 News Now Fire Watch coverage keeps you safe on TV and on the go to protect your family.
Be on alert. There are flames.
That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Summer is heating up, and that means now is the perfect time to stop into Mainstream for your new air conditioning unit. When you do, we'll even throw in a free furnace to help keep you comfortable year-round. It's all part of our summer special. Call or visit Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today to find out more.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
What's the 4th of July without a parade? Tons of people line the streets of downtown Coeur d'Alene today for the annual American Heroes Parade. And this year's theme was American Vintage, the magic of our youth.
Our Natalie Grant brings us to this year's Patriotic Community Celebration.
It was a day of celebration here in downtown Coeur d'Alene as hundreds of floats took to the streets in honor of America's birthday.
Happy birthday, America! Happy birthday, America! Happy birthday, America!
The streets of downtown Coeur d'Alene were lined with people of all ages showing off their American spirit. This year's theme was centered around vintage America, with some floats bringing you back in time through old cars and vintage dresses. Other floats showcased first responders, local businesses, musical groups, and even some pickleball.
My favorite part about the parade is all the floats and stuff.
The floats and stuff. What was your favorite one you saw?
Probably the horse one where we're getting pulled by the horses.
For one local dance group, they were excited to march in their first ever parade and celebrate with a community they say is so special.
It was so incredible to see the whole community out just cheering us on, and I really feel like our community is unified. It was really beautiful.
They even took home an award for their performance, keeping the crowd dancing the whole way.
Will you be back next year, you think?
And if you missed the parade, the 4th of July fun does not stop there. Fireworks in Coeur d'Alene are set to start at 9:30 at Independence Point. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
So fun. Lots of other fireworks shows happening in our area tonight, from Wenatchee to Sandpoint, Moses Lake to Liberty Lake, Pullman to Priest Lake. We have a list of all of them for you on KXLY.com. And in Spokane, let's take a live look over Riverfront Park, where fireworks will be filling up the sky in just a few hours from now. We are getting close. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker gives us a look at what else is in store for us tonight.
Well, it is going to be a fantastic night to head down to Riverfront Park, listen to the symphony, watch the fireworks. I don't think you will need a sweatshirt or sweater unless you're prone to being chilly, because it's going to be still in the lower 70s at 9 o'clock, 60s as you're walking to your car. Perhaps winds in general around the region will be in that 5 to 10 mile per hour range. There's a couple of spots up in Bonner and Boundary County where you could get a brief gust this evening from some showers and thunderstorms that look like they are staying north of the Canadian border now. Temperatures around the region, we're in the 80s throughout the I-90 corridor. It's 82 in Spirit Lake, 81 right now in Coeur d'Alene, and 83 in Spokane. Around the region, you can see up around Bonners Ferry, where we've had a shower. It's 75 degrees, but 90 in Omak right now, 89 degrees in Lewiston. Winds in general less than 10 miles per hour. Just a couple of spots where we're seeing stronger winds, including Sandpoint with 15 mile per hour winds. Air quality right now in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, we are in the good range and should stay in the good range, despite the fact that we do have that haze on the horizon. We are going to start to see that clearing off in the 7-day forecast. I'll tell you all about that, plus some interesting things in the 8 to 14-day forecast that you might not expect in the hottest time of the year. I'll be back with that in just a few minutes. Aaron.
Chris, thank you. Business owners in downtown Spokane tell us they've lost business because of the city's drug problem. That's part of the reason why in early May, the city started enforcing a new drug ordinance, making the open use of drugs in public spaces a gross misdemeanor. 2 months in, Lieutenant Dan Waters of the Spokane Police Department says people on the streets know the ordinance is being enforced. Lieutenant Waters believes in most cases, taking drug users to jail is a better option than leaving them on the streets. That was the case with this man who says he relapsed after completing a 30-day rehab program.
He said, I need to go do 90 days. I had no idea how hard it was. And, you know, I mean.
So he understands he has a problem.
He absolutely understands. He's very forthright and wants to get back into rehab and try again.
We'll go deeper into what police are seeing on the streets and what some local businesses in the heart of downtown say about the drug problem and the new ordinance. It's in Derek Dice's special report. That's tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. Many of us use technology to track our workouts, but other people could be keeping track too.
ABC's Rena Roy has tips to protect your personal information if you use an app while exercising.
Technology has changed the way many Americans work out.
A lot of people use smartwatches that they can track their workouts with, and these apps help you crunch the numbers and get better insights into how well you're working out.
But CNET's cybersecurity reporter Bree Fowler says that sharing your personal data on these apps can lead to some serious safety concerns. When signing up, you'll enter your name, height, weight, and more.
It's tracking where I'm running, when I'm running, how fast I'm running.
Fowler says to think of the apps like you do social media.
You're sharing your workouts. You're sharing where you go. A lot of us share pictures that we take, especially if we're running with our friends. It's very, very social.
She suggests masking your identity by using a fake name or screen name and not using your real birthday.
And this is both for people who are looking at your account and, guards against the possibility of the company being breached and all of that information being stolen.
Don't let strangers follow you.
Make people request to follow you. That way, it's your friends from your running club. It's people from the neighborhood.
Hide your exact start and end points.
And this is something that's especially important for those of us who, roll out of bed in the morning and go for a run, come home, take a shower. It's just painfully obvious where you live.
And look for a setting within the app to turn off data sharing so your info doesn't get sold to third parties. Fowler says it's up to the consumer to make sure their data is protected.
These apps can be fun. They can help you be a better runner or hiker or biker or whatever, but you really have to be responsible about how you use them and protect both your digital and your physical security.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
A fun day at the amusement park turns terrifying. A broken ride support caught on video by one father while watching his family ride the roller coaster. Plus, the Kootenai County Fire Department begins their patrols as 4th of July starts off.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
The Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, making it fresh for you now 6 days a week. Come and see us.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
Wildfires can strike at any time. 4 News Now Fire Watch coverage keeps you safe on TV and on the go to protect your family.
Tracking the largest local wildfire.
Stay safe all fire season long on 4 News Now. Summer storms. Sudden, intense, dangerous. 4 News Now First Alert Weather warns you in advance.
Up to quarter-size hail.
Keeping you informed until the threat is past and your family is safe. On the air, on the app, only on 4 News Now.
Dogs in the 4th of July.
For them, this is frightening.
Next, Inside Edition. How to keep your dog from going nuts during fireworks. Then, bread to pick up broken glass. Tea to clean your mirror.
It stains out like this.
Lemon to scrub your cutting board. Food that you can use to clean your house. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Happy 4th of July. It is a beautiful evening across the inland Northwest with air quality in the good range. Enough wildfire smoke on the horizon to remind us we are in wildfire season, but it also makes for an outstanding sunset. It is going to be beautiful for the fireworks. There's a warming trend in our forecast. We'll be in the 90s by Thursday, perhaps the warmest weather of the season so far. Less hazy by Friday as we have a change in our weather pattern that's going to disperse wet haze that we have out of the region to the east. Here's a look at our temperatures for tomorrow. We're heading up to a high of 88 degrees. 80 is our average high. Now, that ultimate high temperature will depend a little bit on how much wildfire smoke will be filtering our sunshine. It does have an impact on our high temperature during the day. We start off at a cool 55 and absolutely dry conditions. I've been looking for precipitation in the 7-day forecast. Haven't found it, but looking out a little farther, there is the possibility. High temperatures across the region today. We were in the 80s in most locations. A couple 90s on the map. We'll see more 90s for tomorrow. It was 85 in both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 81 in Sandpoint, 83 today in Moscow and Pullman. In your temperature trend, the white line is average, which is in the lower 80s. We'll be in the 90s for several of the next 7 days, 88 by this time next week. But above average temperatures look like will be the trend until we get into that 8 to 14 day outlook. This is from the Climate Prediction Center, and we are in the gray, which would indicate average temperatures. Now by the time we're into July 12th through the July 18th, we're getting awfully close to the very hottest time of the year where our average high peaks. So even if we're in the average, we're going to be well into the 80s and a trend toward above average temperatures for part of the region when we're into eastern portions of the Panhandle and western Montana. This is not necessarily that much of a surprise, although above average temperatures seem to be the trend this time of year. But this would be a treat if it pans out. They are predicting an above average chance of above average precipitation, something we could really use right in the heart of wildfire season. It doesn't take much to get our precipitation above average this time of year. However, we only average less than a ½ inch of rainfall in the month of July. There's no rainfall in the 7-day forecast. We will see, as I mentioned, a change in our weather pattern Thursday night into Friday. That may bring a few mountain showers to the region and a westerly flow that will clear out our air back to the bright blue skies. And fingers crossed we won't be adding any new fires to our wildfire scene, Aaron.
That is true. Thank you, Chris. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here. Everybody put your hands together. I gotta talk to you now.
I left work to come.
You left her? They gonna see you. He's with me today. We're lighting up daytime, baby.
And you're gonna bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up. Something hits you in your heart. We're doing it all. Yeah! Mama Hood, coming to the rescue.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
People who come to the Inland Northwest rave about its beauty.
For those of us who live and work here, we couldn't agree more. From its iconic history
To a ton of new beginnings. We have farm-to-table roots and access to nature right out our back door.
and as a community member, BECU wants to honor those who work together to make life better for our region.
Join us for the premier food and drink celebration, Crave, at the Spokane Valley Center Place, July 13th through the 15th. Proudly sponsored by BECU.
The Move Fitness gyms are on the move with a new location opening soon, giving you more reasons to join now and be the best you can be in 2023. Move Fitness.
Friday night, July 7th, KXLY 4 News Now invites you to another fabulous Friday night fireworks show at Avista Stadium. It's all courtesy of Throw Your Earth. And don't forget to purchase your glow necklaces in the Spokane Indians team store. Your Spokane Indians play the Seattle Mariners affiliate, the Everett Aqua Sox. For tickets, go to SpokaneIndians.com. Friday, July 7th, another fabulous fireworks show at Avista Stadium presented by Throw Your Earth and KXLY 4 News Now.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile. Somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh, wait, there is. Bring your friends. Good morning, America. GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
From the stories you should know.
They just ripped the ATM out of the wall.
Up in a Black Hawk helicopter.
To the stories you need to know.
Mattresses can turn into flying missiles.
From the stories that change the way you think.
Were you trying to rip me off? I think it's down there.
To the stories that affect the way you feel.
It's one big party.
Inside Edition.
These are the stories that impact your life.
Weeknights at 7, only on 4 News Now.
Par, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
While you're out with family and friends enjoying the holiday, first responders are standing by for emergencies. Aside from the regular calls the Kootenai County Fire and Rescue Department receives, first responders could be called out for fireworks or alcohol-related incidents.
Rescue and fire crews are reminding everyone to be responsible tonight. Our Vanessa Perez has the story.
I'm following along with the team. They were just called out to a scene where a driver crashed into a tree. They weren't needed because there were enough units already on scene. Now the on-duty captain says it's been a relatively calm holiday, but things could change as we head into tonight.
People are out on the water, firing up the barbecue, celebrating America's independence at Kremlin Park.
Usually it's packed. This year it's a lot less people than normal.
Which is nice because you can actually move around and play games and stuff more so.
While you're out soaking in the fun, first responders are on the clock. On a day like this, crews could respond to brush fires, firework trauma-related incidents, and accidents involving alcohol.
It really just depends, and every year it's kind of hit or miss, just depending on how. Usually the day of the week has a big part of that, but again, it just roll the dice. So
Station 1 responded mostly to regular medical calls early Tuesday. Where the call comes from and severity determines what station responds.
And at that point, we would get tones. Depending again on the severity, we might go lights or sirens. We might send an engine and ambulance, or we might send multiple engines with ambulances. So we wait for the tones and we respond accordingly.
As you prepare to watch the fireworks in the sky this holiday, first responders want you to think twice.
Use your head. Be responsible. If you do decide to go out and have a few beverages, have that ride set up. If you are going to be utilizing fireworks, it's good to have some water nearby. Don't light anything near dry sources. Follow the instructions on the fireworks, and hopefully you don't have to see us. But if you do need us, we'll be there.
Reporting in Post Falls, Vanessa Perez, 4 News Now.
A man named Jeremy Wagner had been at Carowinds Amusement Park all day with his family. As the kids went on a ride one last time, he saw and filmed the coaster rounding a turn and exposing a crack in the support beam that appears to open and close. The pillar itself shifts as the train of passengers zooms by at 95 miles per hour.
That's catastrophic. And I don't have to be an engineer to know this. You guys need to shut this ride down now.
An investigation is underway inspecting the large fracture through the steel pillar of what Carowinds describes as the world's tallest and fastest Giga coaster, as questions emerge as to how the crack was not spotted and addressed sooner.
It's one of those things, anybody can make a mistake, but this isn't anybody's mistake unless they just didn't catch it when they should have or could have.
The park releasing a statement saying, quote, "The ride will remain closed until repairs have been completed," adding, "Safety is our top priority."
Well, if you were hoping to buy tickets for a cruise on the lake this 4th of July, tickets sold out pretty quickly. And that can be disappointing. Lake Coeur d'Alene Cruises, though, offers fireworks cruises every Monday night in July, so you didn't miss your opportunity. The company says it's still a great summertime experience for families. And it's cherry season on Green Bluff, which means an annual tradition is right around the corner. The Cherry Pickers Trot and Pit Spit is a 4-mile run through the orchards of Green Bluff. Plus, that pit spitting competition that takes place every 3rd Thursday in July. We'll have a sneak peek at the event on Green Bluff tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Next ET, we're unlocking the ET Vault with America's sweetheart.
Well, I've been called worse things.
Never before seen interviews with Julia Roberts. Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Potatoes. Ismail?
Yes.
David.
Over
ground zero.
You can see just home after home. NBC News. Thank you very much. Thank you.
With savings this explosive, the extended 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is resulting in some very interesting reactions.
That's $300 off the dining set and 50% off the sofa.
Yeah.
With $600 off the bedroom and $300 off the mattress, you are saving $900 today.
Whoa.
Plus, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, and 5 years, no interest. When you save this much, you'll be seeing fireworks too. But hurry, the extended 4th of July sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
It's wildfire season, and 4 News Now First Alert weather is more important than ever.
Bone-dry vegetation, lightning strikes, sudden winds. With conditions so volatile and so much at stake, every second counts.
Wildfire warnings to evacuation orders to the all clear. Trust the 4 News Now First Alert weather team to keep you safe.
Alerting you first.
On air, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app.
Protecting you and your family.
That's what we mean when we say expect more.
From the very beginning, we've been taught safety is very important. It's an act of love. When we're on the road, every action we take gets everyone to a safer place. Each of us can make a difference. Slow down. Ride sober. Get endorsed. Get training. Alone we are strong. Together we are stronger. And together we get there.
Open drug use outlawed in Spokane.
I don't know if I'm being arrested. Sorry. Yeah, you're under arrest.
But more than 100 arrests later, has anything changed? 4 News Now goes back on patrol with Spokane police. Will the new law ever make a difference? And what is compassion really costing us?
They use my loading dock as a restroom.
What our cameras caught in just a few short hours.
And that's fentanyl you're smoking right now, yeah?
Yes.
Derek Dice reports. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, full coverage of 4th of July festivities in downtown Spokane, including the grand finale fireworks show.
Plus, why Seattle firefighters are blaming the destruction of 3 townhomes on illegal fireworks. That's tonight at 11.
We have very dry conditions for the next week, hot as well, heading up into the 90s on Thursday and Friday. Tonight, though, it's going to be nice and cool out at the fireworks. We'll be in the lower 70s by 9 o'clock.
A lot of people come to the 4 News Now studios to watch fireworks.
Yes, that is a tradition.
Yeah.
We have a fantastic view here. Yes.
Maybe we'll see some of our friends.
Maybe we'll see some. Yeah, they kind of line up right on the front, walk straight to the front door.
Yeah.
I like to go and wave at them.
Don't climb on the basalt, though. You might, that's a good way to skin your knee.
Thanks, Mom.
I have Paw Patrol Band-Aids if anyone needs them. We'll be ready to go.
stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.